Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Trey Gowdy and it's Sunday night in America. We're about halfway between Donald Trump winning office and taking office. He's hit the ground running with cabinet nominations as we watch the Constitution spring to life with that short, impactful phrase, advice and consent. Some nominees like Marco Rubio, Pam Bondi, and John Lee Ratcliffe have won near universal praise. One nominee quit because he did not have the votes. Other nominees are making real progress while work may remain for some others. So where's the line between deference and acquiescence? What due process are nominees entitled to? Where's the line between good enough and not qualified? Joining us is the incoming Senate Budget Chair, Lindsey Graham from the great state of South Carolina. Chairman, where is that line between showing deference to a president and acquiescence and just rolling over with next to no vetting? Where's that line?
Wherever any senator wants to draw that line. Constitutionally, there is no partisanship. But the honest answer is up to every senator. But the Constitution is not a partisan document, as you know. It requires the Senate to give advice and consent. Here's the line for Lindsey Graham. I presume that to support cabinet picks by every president, not just Democrat, Republican presidents, but every president, unless I have a good reason not to. So I look at qualifications, but if you look at my record, I vote for almost everybody because I don't look at it as to whether or not I would have picked this person. It's whether or not the person picked meets basic qualifications. I'm not trying to overturn the election by saying I'm not going to vote for a person that I wouldn't have picked, whether you be Republican or Democrat. Now, you owe President Trump about $5 million in advertising. Today on Meet the Press, he sung your praises about helping our friend Kash Patel. I talked to President Trump on the phone before I came on the show. You've gone to bat for Kash. Let me tell you where the line is for me with Kash Patel. You drew it. I think he's very qualified. I think he's been beat up unfairly. Remember the FBI, where Comey signed warrants based on false information, where an FBI lawyer sent false information to the FISA court and actually got prosecuted? Remember the FBI that suppressed a Hunter laptop and said it wasn't real when it was right before the election? Well, that FBI needs to go. We need to get back to the FBI that me and you admire and grew up with, an FBI that's fighting crime, protecting Americans, not a political weapon. I think Kash Patel is the right guy. Your voice matters. I've had 3 senators tell me that when you spoke up for Kash, it mattered, and you know him well. So that's how the process works. People like you vouching for someone like Kash Patel. President Trump has put together a very good team. Marco Rubio, our friend John Ratcliffe, Mike Waltz is awesome. We got a good team. Pam Bondi's going to sail through. Kash is going to make it. Pete Hegseth's been a friend for a long time. He's going to have to answer some questions, but we're going to not knock him out because of anonymous reporting. You got to, swear under oath you saw things, then we'll evaluate the credibility of testimony like we did with Kavanaugh. But he's got a good team, and I want to thank you for talking about Kash Patel in a way the media will never talk about.
Well, I knew something must have happened because my mom sent me a text that I was invited to Christmas after all. So apparently I wasn't invited until the president said something about me this morning. You've been through, look, Kash Patel's the most unfairly maligned person I think I've ever worked with. So I promise you, he's going to be a lot more fair to his opponents than they ever were to him. You've been through some really tough hearings before. What should we expect these hearings to be like? I mean, you were right in the middle of Kavanaugh. Yeah. You could argue Kavanaugh wouldn't have survived if it weren't for you. What should the nominees expect during these hearings?
Respect. They should expect to be treated respectfully, that their lives will not be turned upside down based on BS, based on rumor and hearsay and innuendo. Kavanaugh had 5 accusations. 3 were absolutely made up false. These accusations against Pete Hegseth and others are anonymous. People who have to come forward, raise their right hand, and we'll evaluate what they say. But I start this process with a presumption I'm going to support presidential nominees because they won the election and they deserve their team if they're qualified.
You know, you and I are both old trial lawyers. This phrase due process leaps to mind. In the little bit of time we have left, how do you view due process when we're outside the courtroom but inside a Senate hearing room?
Well, what happened to Kavanaugh was an outrage. People lied about him. They withheld information to the very end to extend the hearing to require another FBI investigation. They knew about the allegations. The Democrats for months had never let him confront him with it. Here's his side of the story. Due process is being able to confront your accusers and making sure that what's happening to you is not politically motivated. It's based on what you did. So I'm there to make sure our nominees are not treated like Kavanaugh. And I'm also there to make sure we get to the truth. So the bottom line here is President Trump's put together a good team. We're going to try to get them through as quick as we can. The world is falling apart. I am so glad he's going to be our president soon. He's done more in 3 weeks to straighten out the Mideast in terms of getting the hostages out than Biden's done in 4 years. And to everybody in Syria, you better watch it. Donald Trump is coming.
Well, do me a favor, tell him thank you for whatever he said about me this morning, and it got me invited to my mom's house for Christmas. Otherwise, I was going to have to go play golf with you. So tell him thank you, and thank you for joining us on a Sunday night.
Thank you, Trey.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.